morning, everyone. Welcome to Delta Entertainment. I am your host, Lincoln Kenobi. And before we get started, I would like for you guys to please hit that like button and hit that subscribe button for me to help me get me monetized. My goal is to reach 500 at least for the time being to get monetized, and I promise you guys I will make more good content for you guys. So now that we're going to be starting, we're going to be talking about this one article that came out yesterday. So here we go. CI Games CEO talks DEI in gaming, exclusivity, body type, selection, and more. An interview with Vara. So Vara made an interview with the head CEO of CI Games. Now, if you guys know, the head of the CEO of CI Games, he has promised gamers that he will make things right. He will not have any DEI involvement. He will not have any body type thing. It'll be a male and female character choices, and it will not have no modern nonsense. He just wants it entertaining for the gamers. That's what he wants, and I hope that's what he gives. So let's get on to this topic and see what we have. Pleasing a core audience should not be difficult for entertainment companies. They simply need to focus on making great games instead of corporate activisms, and gamers will show up in droves to support them. In an industry where many prioritize virtual signaling over quality, CI Games has taken the opposite approach. Since early 2025, this shift has made waves, reaffirming the company's commitment to its players rather than fleeting trends. Recently, the company made headlines for this very decision, while many gamers praised the studio for prioritizing player feedback. The response from gaming media was unsurprisingly critical. Outlets like Polygon and IGN have already started framing the move as regressive rather than recognizing it as a commitment to creative freedom. I had the privilege of hosting a live hour-long discussion with CI Games CEO Medic Timniski, where we delved into the team's dedication to crafting immersive titles like Lord of the Fallen and Sniper Ghost Warrior, their recent community polls, and how they're actively implementing fan feedback. So Vara Dark, she is a YouTuber and she has done a tremendous job on her channel, and she has made interviews with other companies, and now she's making an interview with the head of CEO of CI Games. And if you guys want to look at it, you guys can look at it right here in our live stream. So just look for it in that Park Place and just go to this video and you'll see. But for right now, I'm just gonna read all what they said. So here we go. So Varadar, how are things going for the Lords of Fallen team, and how are I'm not necessarily just saying business wise, but also culture wise. How is everybody in the team doing? Now, Merrick, he answered, we're doing well. We had the last launch in 2023 that was obviously Lord of the Fallen back in October. And since that time, we worked hard improving some of the issues we had with the previous game. And so far, I think we have over 50 updates. The Lord of the Fallen's launch in 2023 is a lot, and we're still going, and we still have some really important updates to come in the next couple of months. And 2.0 is coming in March, and from pretty much from the beginning of last year, we started to work on the next game, the Lord of the Fallen title, and the full production on the title has been going since the summer of last year. Then Varadark asked, I remember reading last year that there were reports about exclusivity. I don't think that they were ever confirmed, but there was talk about potential Epic exclusivity for the sequel. I don't know if you can confirm that. Then Merrick answered, yes, absolutely. So I can confirm Epic is our exclusive partner for the PC version of the game, and we really appreciate working that close with Epic. And I believe we can have a better gaming game coming out of that. And there's a lot of support from these guys, and we were close. And obviously, we use Unreal Engine 5. It's very advanced technology, and it's kind of new, still very new. And I think this is for the benefit of players, and not just on the PC platform, but it's a benefit for everyone on all platforms that the game will be available. So really looking forward to that. Vara then asked, I know people are kind of mixed on platform exclusivity. Is there a specific reason you decided to go with Epic? Have you worked closely with them before? I mean, on the one side, we are very close to them having that business relationship, but at the same time, Epic have quite a lot of other exclusive games, and that's usual in this industry. And we said that we made it public once we signed the contract that there's also a certain fee where they will be paying to us before the game is launched. So that is also really helpful from that standpoint of financing part of the development of that game. Then Var asked, recently there have been so many people talking about the game, and a big reason why is because of the statement that you and the team made committing yourselves to just making great products first and dropping any sort of DEI commitments. There was a little bit of a mixed reaction because I felt like a lot of gamers were very happy to hear this, but the mainstream media, in fact, was upset that this happened. I'm not very surprised, and I'm not sure many other people aren't. But to quote PC Gamer, they said that you were embracing fear of the DEI boogeyman, and that you've done this to stir up lizard brain emotions on the way to generating views. That, of course, is ridiculous. But is there any worry that you guys are now like a target by the mainstream media? Then Merrick adds this. Look, we are a publicly listed company in Warsaw Stock Exchange. So obviously we are reporting to investors. And that last event was an investor chat. So we had an investor chat with probably almost all Polish investors. And that chat was in English. As I had Tom, who is a senior VP of development, and Ryan, who is the head of brand marketing. So that chat was for investors. And I think it was like 400 people live on the chat, and then probably a total of 1,000 investors read that chat. Obviously, we always have in those statistics. I think that chat was early January. That chat was, I think, Wednesday and then Friday and the end of the day. Our team in Europe, we saw those articles, and it was, yeah, it was disappointing because it was not what we meant, and we didn't try to make it like a public statement. But then I saw also someone on X, Pirate Nation, saying we are dropping the DEI from our games. See, as you can see, he made a result final. He made it. Made a vote for when you want to do RPG and what character you want to create. He wanted to know what we wanted, and of course, we wanted male and female, and that won the poll. And of course, Merrick continued. We never really had that much of DEI to begin with. I said exactly that's what we will do. Whatever works, I used on that tweet, and that got super viral. And I saw a lot of really great positive comments around that, but also quite a lot of negative, and some of them really nasty. I've been watching social media for 20 years, so I'm aware of that. I'm used to that, but it didn't really make sense from the racial standpoint because we've seen things. We use different tools. We have a lot of data right coming from not only our products, but from other products. So we see what's happening. And and then, and somebody said, okay, what about those body types? Why you haven't them? Why you have them? And I responded, let me look into that. And then I decided, like, why not? Why don't we make the poll? Because we understand that it is not what people want. But like, it's let's make the poll on X. That's it. It is the huge, huge, huge channel. I mean, it's probably one of the biggest, if not the biggest, right? And we did that. We saw the numbers of almost 50,000 votes, and almost 90% wanted to have male and female. And once I had that poll, I said that we would follow whatever the results would be. And that's what we did. We just didn't do it on the next game that we will have next year, but we also did that on the game that we launched in 2023. And I think it was fair too. We wanted to show the commitment to people that we really actually doing that because we believe that is the right thing to do. That's just all happened originally, organically. Yeah, that's what he wrote. I think for the benefit of our company, for our studio, but also I think that for the benefit of a lot of other studios, I can imagine will follow that. But it was never an easy decision, and I had different stories like don't do it, all the consequences and risks and all the stuff, but they were the right decisions. But look, the media should write about games and just focus on games. And I think, that everyone knows that their business is writing about games that their audience wanted to hear and read. And I think, no matter what we do and how much we will go into players' first approach and dropping DEI from our game, our, from our games. Yeah, they kind of messed that up right there. We have to still deliver great games in the future. Was the next one is Lord of the Fallen 2. Our focus absolutely on that. And I will believe that when we have a great product coming next year, we will have also traditional media willing to write about it and speak about it because the game will speak for itself. So he wrote a comment about the Stellar Blade, my guess right here. Korean devs don't have to follow DEI rules created by the West. Creators have more freedom, and then when you had top tier quality, boom, global hits, interesting. See, right here, this is their results, and Vara has showed it. So, I mean, that's why, man, that's why people want their freedom back, man. The developers need to make better games, not just for, and it has to be for gamers, not for modern nonsenses, bro. And that's something that everybody needs to remember, man. Var asked this: Was there a specific reason that you know of that body type A and B was initially chosen? Was it a team decision? Was it something that was well thought out, or was it done with intention? No, it was intentional. That decision was made a couple years ago, and the industry of a couple years ago was an industry that you wanted to be DEI in terms of that, at least having some values in terms of that. Just to be able to be attractive of talent to talent, and that's connected, right? At the same time, that was the industry standard body type A and B, was the industry standard around games, specifically Souls games. So yes, probably we don't like that. We didn't like that the most, but it was the industry standard. And if you do something different, then that mean risk or maybe substantial risk because there was this outset industry outside of the our organization that would just stay there. That what is expected from you as a developer. Not just speaking about us. I think you built the studio, the project from scratch and from zero people being on the project, there's a little bit of things that you bring into that, and I think it's normal. You want to reduce risks, especially in this environment. That was that kind of like having a social pressure on it. So you don't want to pick up battles where you don't need to pick up battles. And I think that was the thing. Later on, the situation had drastically started to change a year and a half ago, in regards to DEI. I think if you look at even the last poll, that is the strong demonstration what people want. From the time standpoint, you could say it was a mistake, but it's hard to say it was just pure mistake because of the reasons I said. But we believe the industry is different, at least to a degree, different than it was. And it's the right time to make that change back and give players what they want. And I think that's why we did that right. Wow. And this guy, he's serious, man. He really wants to make this good, man. I mean, there's more of this info, man. If you guys want to read more, this is it right here, dude. You can watch the video if you guys want, but this is very good. And Vara Dark did a great job at doing this interview, bro. I'll give her that, bro. So shout out to Vara Dark, man. So that's gonna be it for this video. So post a comment below. What do you guys think of this article? And share this video so then maybe you guys can open up and see what you guys think, man, of what's been going on with our game with the games lately. So That's going to be it for this video. So thank you again for watching this video, and thank you for being part of this channel. And I will be seeing you until next time. Bye, everyone.